put this shit together, you know what I mean? Punch on the real, make the beat, you know what I mean? I got this man on the saxophone.
Alright, guys. Gotta drink something before we get through this. Oh my god. Okay, listen here, guys. You guys know I tell you guys every week. Last month or so, I've not watched Raw, SmackDown completely or fully or anything all the way through. Even though I get back late from work, I used to DVR, okay? Haven't done that in the last couple weeks. So, like I told you guys, I just listened to JD from NY206 for my Raw SmackDown review. He lets me know what happens on the show, if anything important, which nothing important has happened on these shows the past couple weeks, okay? The only good thing that we have coming out this week of Raw is that Paul Heyman now is actually back to being a creative writer for Raw. It only took Vince McMahon to get the lowest rated Raw all time decide, hey man, I should bring back Paul Heyman to help me out write these shows. That'd be a good idea. It took you that long, Vince? Okay, if you guys do not know, Raw had the lowest rating ever in the history of their company this past week on Raw. And what JD explained to me what happened, I can see why it was the lowest rated Raw ever in history. So, news this week, Paul Heyman's back to being a creative writer on Monday Night Raw. About damn time. Now, maybe we should get Paul Heyman to write SmackDown too. That could help out too. Okay? So, as I look at this card here, I just went up and down it again. Just look up it. It is, I mean, guys, I swear, if I was not doing this for you guys, there is nothing on this show besides one match. And it's not even my favorite wrestler that has my interest. It's not even AJ Styles has my interest on this card. It's Ziggler and Rollins, because Seth Rollins has been the best performer in the company literally since last WrestleMania season against Triple H. Since that point, he's been the best wrestler in the company. It's a damn shame to say that because, hey, AJ's the best wrestler in the world, but the way they booked him, the way his matches are going, I mean, it's not giving you any care in the world to care about AJ Styles. So, but Seth Rollins is the only reason I would even watch this show. And the thing about his match, you added an extra hour to all your pay-per-views this year. Why is this not an hour? Why is it not a 60-minute Iron Man match? Why is it 30 minutes? We saw him go 30 minutes 2 weeks ago on Raw. Like, what's the big difference that's going to happen here in this match? Oh, it's just going to be on the pay-per-view? That's it? They went 30 minutes last 2 weeks ago on Raw, okay? Let's just look. We're not even going to make our predictions. We're just going to go down each match and say, what's the point? AJ Styles versus Rusev. Now, we know Rusev deserves this spot. I mean, the dude's been over since God knows how long. He's been, since the Royal Rumble he's been over? Okay? So, AJ versus Rusev. We all know there's going to be a placeholder match for Rusev until AJ gets to Samoa Joe. So, saying to yourself, what's going to happen to Rusev? We'll tell you guys what's going to happen to Rusev in a minute here. Okay? Bliss versus Nia Jax. Like, if you wanted Alexa... Nope. My bad. I don't want my Echo Dot to go off. If you wanted Bliss to face Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam, you should have kept the belt on her. Listen here. At this point, Nia Jax could have been babyface still. She still could have been a babyface if that's what you wanted to do. You could have had her lose at WrestleMania to Mickey James interfering. And you could have moved Nia Jax to SmackDown if that's what you want to do, keep her as a babyface. I mean, if you want to have Bliss versus Ronda, you should have kept the belt on Bliss, have her been a longer reigning champion. That's what you want to do. Carmella versus Asuka. It's make or break here for Asuka. The way you've treated Asuka since she's lost her streak, it's make or break here. Either you give her the belt or you keep it on Carmella. Because at this point, my girl Becky Lynch is riding. She's going up and up and up. So you kind of screwed yourself here. We'll get to that match later too. Roman Reigns versus Bobby Trashley. I really don't care. Let's continue on. Hardy versus Nakamura. Same thing with Nakamura. It's make or break here. Either you give Nakamura the belt or you don't give him the belt. It's make or break here for his career too. Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. We'll get to that too. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt versus the B Team. I don't care about that. Owens versus Braun Strowman Steel Cage. I don't care about that. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I don't care about that. New Day versus Sandy. Wasn't Sandy feuding with the Usos? Were they not feuding with the Usos, guys? Just let me know down below. Ciamas versus Sin Cara. The dude has not been on TV for a month. Were you waiting for Sin Cara to get healthy to put him on TV? At this point, you could have kept Ciamas down at NXT. I mean, shoot, the dude could be feuding right now with Aleister Black still. You kept this man off TV for a month because Sin Cara was injured. Really, Vince? Really? Okay. So, guys, I just broke down to you guys the card. I literally just broke down the card. Like, this stuff that they do. Okay, another point. Ronda Rousey's going to be at Extreme Rules. Was she not suspended? Yes, we know that she said, she's going to buy a ticket and sit ringside. Sure, she's going to sit ringside, okay? But I would have kept her off TV. She does not need to be ringside. If you wanted to, worst case, she could have had Ronda Rousey, have her sit backstage with Kurt Angle or something. Or she sits up in the booth with Kurt Angle at the top of the press box. She could sit there in the press box with Kurt Angle. Why is she going to sit ringside? We know she's not just going to sit there ringside and do nothing the whole show. Back in the day, you would sit in the press box with your GM to make sure they don't do nothing for real. But she'll sit ringside. Okay, another thing that's happening on the show. Where is Becky Lynch? Where is Charlotte? Where is Peyton Royce and Billie Kay? You see what I mean here, people? You add an extra hour to your show, you have literally 2 matches. If you want me to be honest, AJ Styles is my favorite wrestler, so I'd have a little bit of peek to see his match, okay? So 2 matches out of this show I care about. So let's go ahead and get to these predictions, guys. Go ahead and get to these matches I don't care about whatsoever. Okay, let's go. We're going to go from the bottom to the top because the worst matches are at the bottom. Then we'll work our way up to the top. Ciamas versus Sin Cara. I always said this. Okay, Rey Mysterio is coming back to the company. I would have flipped the roles here. Okay, I always told you guys, to me, when you ever come up to the main roster, you must work your way up to the top. You don't just be given nothing to you. You feel me? That's the way I am. The way I am is you work your way up to the top. So for me, I said Ciamas versus Jeff Hardy is a perfect thing to do. For example, Jeff Hardy is battling injuries right now. So I expect Jeff Hardy to lose his belt to Nakamura anyways, okay? So, this is the problem with SmackDown. Nakamura fought AJ how many times? And did he win one time? Except for the freaking show on SmackDown they won, okay? The way I said this, listen here, guys. Nakamura should have beat AJ at Money in the Bank. Okay, listen here. You can say, oh man, but then what happened with Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles? You still can work your way around having that match happen. For example, that's what I said. Nakamura beats AJ at Money in the Bank, becomes champion. AJ versus Nakamura takes place here one more time. Samoa Joe interferes in the match. Which, anyways, AJ's match against Rusev is a regular match. It's not extreme or nothing. So you could have Samoa Joe come out, interfere in the match. No clear winner. SummerSlam, AJ, Nakamura, Samoa Joe for the WWE title. That could work. That way you could have Ciamas face Jeff Hardy. Because to me, the point where Ciamas should have been on TV every single week beating jobbers, okay? Then he attacks Jeff Hardy. Then he beats Jeff Hardy for the belt. Then that way you have Ty Dillinger. You have, who else is not being used on SmackDown that you guys know of? Because you can see I've not watched SmackDown in a while. I'm like, who else is in the mid-card division besides Ciamas, Jeff Hardy, and then that's like really it. And Ty Dillinger, that's it. Anyways, okay, for example, Rey Mysterio's coming, in September? Ciamas' next big feud could be against Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title. Because we all know, listen here, if Rey Mysterio is really going to come to a Monday Night Raw, which again, at this point, Raw could use him because they had 1.7 rating, which is terrible. So, who knows what they're going to do with Ciamas. But anyways, you got Ciamas could be a U.S. champion. That's the role I would have him in right now. But, whatever, man. Ciamas is going to beat Sin Cara at the end of the day. Okay, like I said, wasn't Sanity feuding with the Usos? Whatever. Now, I'm feuding with the New Day. But again, when the New Day's on the pre-show, they tend to have the best match on the show. The last time New Day was on the pre-show, I think it was against the Usos last year at SummerSlam. And they literally had the best match on the freaking whole show, and it was on the damn pre-show. So, I mean, Sandy has had a couple losses. I know that on SmackDown from listening to JD's review. So, I expect they should win here. But if they lose to the New Day, then we know they're in trouble. If they lose to the New Day, we know they're in trouble. I'm going to Sanity, because they should win, right? Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I mean, this dude had so much potential. And then they just go ahead and waste it. Oh my God. And another thing. why is Finn smiling so damn much? I mean, like, can this man turn heel? But again, if you guys do not know, Finn Balor is dating Kathy Kelly. I mean, if I was dating Kathy Kelly too, I'd be smiling too. So he has a little 0.2 smile, but I'm going Finn Balor here to win. Kevin Owens versus Braun Strowman. I mean, another thing on Raw that's just killing my interest. You are killing Braun Strowman, Vince. You're killing this man. I expect Braun Strowman to win here. Even though Kevin Owens could use the win, but at this point, Braun needs to win. Don't want Braun Strowman. The B team versus. God. There's so many other tag teams on Raw. You have Authors of Pain. You don't push the Ascension. Well, we now know Fandango's injured, so we can't say Breezango. We know the Fandango's injured. I'm going with the leaders of the world because AOP needs to beat them for the belt. That's what my mindset is rolling. So I'm going with Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt to win. Hold on, man. We're going to need some water to talk about this next segment. Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. Again, like I always say, this is part doing to Daniel Bryan's own issue of not re-signing with the company, of Vince not knowing, okay, are you going to re-sign with me or you're not going to re-sign with me? It's part to do to Daniel Bryan's own doing. We all can say that. But listen here, we know Kane's a legend. Oh, forgot to tell you guys, I met Shawn Michaels yesterday at the airport. Perks are living here in Tampa and working at the airport. I see wrestlers all the damn time, so I did see Shawn Michaels yesterday. It was pretty cool to meet Shawn Michaels yesterday too. But anyways, back to this. We know Kane's a legend. You could have used Randy Orton. You could have used Randy Orton. Yeah, you could use Randy Orton. Okay. Oh my god, I don't care to see Kane on my TV. I mean, I'm at this point where, dude, Kane's almost what? Hold on, let's just see for ourselves. Hey Siri. How old is Kane?
Kane is 51.
He's 51! Get off my TV, bro! Listen here, you're not Ric Flair, you're not Shawn Michaels, you're not Undertaker. You let yourself go back to doing what you're doing, running for your mayor of Tennessee. Just go back to doing that. Like, Kane, you could have turned it down, say, hey, I think they should use Randy Orton, which has not been on TV for, when's the last time we've seen Randy Orton? Money in the Bank? I think it's the last time we've seen Randy Orton. There's Money in the Bank. You have so much other people you could use in this position. But again, like I said, it's part due to Daniel Bryan not re-signing. But if I'm Daniel Bryan, hell, if they're giving me this, I wouldn't re-sign either, bro. But he probably will be. But listen here. If this does not lead to Daniel Bryan, listen here. That's a bad idea itself because SummerSlam is next. Fuck, Vince. Damn it. Daniel Bryan is screwed here. Because listen here. For example, if Team Hell No does not beat the Bludgeon Brothers, what the hell do you think is going to happen at SummerSlam? Kane versus Daniel Bryan? For God's sakes, no. I don't want to see that. Who wants to see Kane versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam? Freak no. Okay. Let me get my wheels turning. Okay. Listen, if Daniel Bryan does re-sign with the company, Vince, you're a fucking idiot for giving away the Miz versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. It's too early for that match to happen. But Daniel Bryan's own fault of not re-signing. This is what's going to probably happen, in my opinion. Bludgeon Brothers would probably beat Team Hell No. Miz probably interferes, costs them the match, which sets up the Miz versus Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. That's where I'm going with. That's what I think is going to happen. Then you probably get the Bludgeon Brothers versus who's on SmackDown. Damn, Sanity probably. Anyways, yeah, SummerSlam. Sanity versus Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam. Anyways, so you're probably going to get the Miz interfere, cost Team Hell No the tag team titles. So that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. Jeff Hardy versus Nakamura. Like I told you guys, Jeff Hardy is battling injuries. So I think Vince will probably give Jeff some time off to recover. So I'm going Nakamura to beat Jeff Hardy for the U.S. title. Oh, hold up. We're going to save this match for the main event, since it's going to be the quote-unquote main event of the show. We'll save this match later. Let's continue going up. Carmella versus Asuka. Like I told you guys, this is make or break for Asuka. You gave up her streak. You had her look like a freaking bimbo. How many times to Carmella? Like, Jesus. How many times do you look like a bimbo to Carmella? Okay. Like I told you guys, Becky Lynch is literally, she's going, She's getting back to that Becky Lynch when she first won the SmackDown Women's title, okay? So this is what I do. I have Becky Lynch help Asuka win the match. Like, have Becky be like, "Bitch, I'm so sick of James Ellsworth making us look like idiots," which that's what she was when Ellsworth was with the company. That's kind of how she was. She pretty much was the point of, get this dude out of the company. He's ruining our women's division. So she did help out to get Ellsworth out. Not storyline wise, but not real life wise, but storyline wise. So to the point where Carmella dropped James Ellsworth. So I'm having Becky Lynch help Asuka win the belt here. And then have Carmella and Ellsworth go to the back, yada, yada. Becky's like, Asuka, yes, we finally did it. We got rid of Carmella. Have Becky turn heel. No, not Becky. My bad. Have Asuka turn on Becky Lynch, turn heel. Heel Asuka versus Becky Lynch, babyface at SummerSlam. Book it, Vince. I just booked it for you. Again, you call it the biggest party of the summer. Make it feel like it. Heel Asuka versus babyface Becky Lynch. They could tear the house down in freaking Brooklyn. That's where sometimes right. It's in Brooklyn, right? Yeah, it's in Brooklyn. Yeah, they could tear down the house. Heel Asuka versus babyface Becky Lynch. Book it, Vince. Now, the next match here. Freaking... God. I don't care for this match. I really don't. Vince, damn it. You could have had Bliss versus Mickie James. This actually should have been Bliss versus Mickie James. Should have been this here. Anyways. Bliss versus Nia Jax. Okay, we all know Ronda Rousey is going to face Bliss at SummerSlam. So, there's no point even predicting the match. We know who's going to win. Sorry, Nia. Back to the back of the line you go. AJ versus Rusev. AJ's going to beat Rusev here. I would not be surprised if Rusev did lose. But he's not going to beat AJ. It's not. Plans are for AJ versus Samoa Joe. So, Rusev, you're not going to win. Now to the match that's going to be the best match on this show. Okay. I told you guys they should have been flipping roles. But Vince wants to be freaking stubborn to the point of being stubborn. For example, if it's me doing this, Seth Rollins loses this match. He does not beat Dolph Ziggler. I'm having Dolph Ziggler keep the belt. There are so many roles that they should switch. This guy is the babyface of your company right now. It's Seth Rollins. You should treat people the way they should be earned, the way they should be treated. Seth Rollins should be facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I don't care. Roman Reigns, Bobby Trashley, you don't deserve it. This is what I would do. Dolph Ziggler beats Seth Rollins. Whatever, doesn't matter. He beats him clean, okay? This factors into... Okay, let me just give you guys what's going to probably happen. I think Ziggler actually is going to beat Seth Rollins. I really think he's going to beat Seth Rollins, okay? Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. If it's me writing this damn show, which, well, Paul Heyman's not writing for Raw. Maybe Paul Heyman will think like us, but again, it comes down to what Vince McMahon wants to do. If it's me, I'm having Dean Ambrose interfere in Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley match. I'm having Dean Ambrose cost Roman Reigns the match. I've always said this. Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns needs to take place. Listen here. Much better everybody wants to see heels Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. I don't want to see that. I think Dean Ambrose as a heel versus Roman Reigns could actually get what we want out of Roman Reigns, which is Roman Reigns to be that dick, but it makes sense. Dean Ambrose screws me over of facing Brock Lesnar. Come on, guys. Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. It works. It works for me. It works for the company. It gets the belt onto Seth Rollins, which it should be on his freaking waist. The dude, Seth Rollins, he's earned to be the champion. Maybe now Paul Heyman can talk some damn sense into Vince McMahon and say, look, Vince, this guy's been the most over guy in your company since last year WrestleMania. I mean, every single time the damn Burn It Down comes on, everybody screams, burn it down. I freaking have the damn ringtone on my damn phone, okay? It's the number one ringtone on freaking Apple Music. On iTunes. It is. This guy deserves to be the champion of your company, Vince. Please. Listen, I'm literally here begging for Vince. Give the shot to Seth Rollins. But what's going to probably happen? Let's be honest here, people. Bobby Lashley will put over Roman Reigns. It's going to happen. Listen, how many of you guys really want to see Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar on his way out, going back to the UFC. We all know what's going to happen. Braun Strowman will probably cash in the briefcase. Listen, it'll probably be there. But it'll be a wasted briefcase. It will be a wasted briefcase. But let's get back to real predictions. Okay, like I said, I think Dolph Ziggler will beat Seth Rollins, in my opinion. AJ is going to beat Rusev. And then the final match. Let's break down this final match. Bobby Trashley versus Born Roman Reigns. Listen here. Even though Paul Heyman did write, if you guys do not know, Paul Heyman did write the Go Home segment with Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. He tried, but I had no care to see it. I mean, listen here. You have a guy who can't cut a promo against another guy who can't cut a promo. like, look, you have two guys who cannot cut a promo in the beginning segment of Raw. Paul Heyman tried. I don't care. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm adding my thumbnail. I'm adding the tags to the Let's Go Pikachu I just did for the guys on the channel. But let me just save it real quick so I can get the clicking off. Again, I don't care. I mean, how many of you guys care to see Bobby Trashley versus Roman Reigns? And it's going to be the main event, reported by Vince McMahon. It's already reported by Dave Meltzer. It's going to be the main event of the show. This will be how many... Listen, since AJ's been champion again, he's not main evented one show. I hope you guys know that. Okay? Your WWE champion's not main evented a single show since he's been champion. Yeah, Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley, don't care, will be the main event. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe was the main event. I'm like, dude, Vince, you're literally being disrespectful to your champion. Saying he's more important than the WWE Championship, which is so ridiculous. But in my heart to heart, who I think is going to win this match? Listen, again, if it's me booking this, Dean Ambrose costs Roman Reigns a match. If you want to have Bobby Trashley versus Brock Lesnar, go ahead and have Bobby Trashley versus Brock Lesnar. It is what it is. It is what it is. But we'll see what happens. Maybe Dean Ambrose costs Seth Rollins a match. Either way, SummerSlam is the next pay-per-view. I expect Dean Ambrose to be on the show. Either he costs Seth Rollins the match or Roman Reigns the match. He costs one of them the match. One or the other. It'll be one or the other. Hell, if it's me, cost them both the match. That'll be freaking savage by Dean Ambrose. But we'll see what happens, guys. Again, I'll be live Sunday. Hopefully I can stay awake. Because Money in the Bank, Jesus Christ. That shows whatever it to itself. But catch you guys on Sunday for live reactions.